Hello, hello, and welcome back to Tennis Ace. It hasn't been a month since I've recorded. You don't have any proof, shut up. I barely noticed time passing by. In fact, the dance was over all too quickly. And part of me feels like I wasn't able to enjoy it at all. I'm walking home, quietly, watching the stars above, humming an old song while I do so.
You see, you seem to be in a good mood.
Shuichi speaks up from beside me. I feel his hand brush up against mine, and the swooshing sensation of his wagging tail behind me. Of course, I'm dimly aware that mine is wagging just as much as his. It feels peaceful. I am. We reach my house all too soon. Suddenly, it feels like these walks home that I used to find so dull and long have suddenly started to go by too quickly. I wish they were even longer. Thanks for walking me home.
You don't have to thank me. It was my pleasure, after all.
I hope Hitoka-chan wasn't too miffed about it.
She lives in the opposite direction, and so far away that she needs to take a car to get there. She's my sister and I love her, but there's no way I'm going to walk for an hour and 20 minutes to take her home.
Did you call a cab for her?
Yeah, besides, if I walked her home, I would have no excuse not to, come inside. I still feel a bit awkward about seeing my mom.
Why?
I don't know. Part of me feels guilty for not going with her during the divorce. I haven't seen her around to see her in a while.
That's the first time I've heard of it. Why did you never tell me?
I didn't want you to worry. But then again, after seeing what you did during Dad's birthday party, I think it's better if I explain my reasons to you. Otherwise, you might just show up with my mom out of the blue one day.
You're never going to let me live that down, are you?
Not a chance.
He takes a quick look around to see if there is anyone nearby before giving me a quick peck on the lips.
Man, I wish I could stick around a little longer.
So do I. I kind of have an idea. Could you ask your dad if he'd be okay with you spending a night here during the weekend? He's allowed that before, so I don't see why he wouldn't now.
I can try. He's been in a good mood lately, so now might be a good time to ask.
That's great. Mom will be traveling to a neighboring city to help on a case, so it'll just be us two and Aki.
Not like I have any problem spending time with your mom. Misaki-san seems to like me a lot.
I wonder how much she'd like you if she knew you were my boyfriend.
That is a fair consideration. I have no idea. Still, it's nice to hear it. You calling me boyfriend. Like it's no big deal.
Yeah, I know I can be awkward and a little slow at dealing with things, but I've been feeling a lot more comfortable with it these past few days. But then again, it's only been a week, so it's not like it's been super slow to get used to.
To be honest, things have been going smoother than I expected. A part of me totally thought you'd have broken up with me by now.
That's not a nice thought. Don't think things like that.
I try not to. It just comes to mind when I'm distracted. You come to mind a lot when I'm distracted.
Show.
I should probably get going. If I stick around too much, I won't want to leave. Hell, I already don't want to.
That's fair. I hope I'll get to see you again tomorrow.
You bet. You bet.
I watch him disappear into the nearby turn, silently wishing he could stay a little longer. God, is this really what falling for someone is like? It's such a weird feeling. but I still feel like it. I pace back and forth nervously around the living room, unable to bring myself to relax. For some reason, I feel really uneasy. The last message Shuichi sent me was on Thursday, after he got home from the festival. "Good night. Talk to you tomorrow," was all he said. For some reason, since he didn't say anything afterwards, I've been worrying the whole time. "Are you waiting for mail or something?" Aki turns around on the couch and climbs on his knees. His head peeking atop the back of the sofa. "What mail? It's a Saturday." He shrugs. "I don't know. Some high-priority delivery go out on Saturdays." While that's a fair point, this isn't the case at all. "How am I supposed to know? You never tell me anything." Right. I guess that's the fair point. "So, what's going on?" I tap on my phone screen for a few seconds, never really doing anything while with it or typing anything. I merely contemplate how much information I want to give, if any at all. The last time I want to do is to say or do something that might alienate my little brother. Well, I had invited Shuichi to spend the night here this weekend, and he said he was gonna check with his dad, but... Well, he hasn't said anything since Thursday, and I'm afraid he might have had a problem with his father or something. Is that it? Yeah. I kinda expected more of a reaction. For some reason, I feel a little more miffed. I wouldn't worry too much. Shuichi's dad is strict. He might have just done something that got him grounded. Isn't he a little bit old for that? You never know. Some people operate by a totally different set of rules. You can't rule out that possibility. Besides, Shuichi has a curfew, and a really strict one. Even my curfew is less restrictive. That's also a fair point. God, I hate it when he makes good points. I don't want to be proven to be irrational for worrying. Damn it. I need a break from my own mind. Still, I wish you'd told me sooner that he might show up this weekend. Oh, why is that? Some of my friends were bugging me about organizing a game night, and since I didn't have anything better to do, I agreed. Now I won't have the chance to spend time with Shuichi-ni. Oh, sorry. I guess I forgot to tell you. It's not like I had plans to hide it from him, but I'm not gonna lie. Part of me is relieved he's not gonna be here, given how handsy Shuichi has been getting lately. What am I thinking? We're just gonna have a regular sleepover like we usually do. Mind, get out of the gutter. When do you leave for this sleepover of yours? At 1 p.m. They wanted to do a movie marathon before we started playing games overnight. My little brother is finally gonna spend the first weekend without studying. I'm so proud of you. That's a very weird thing to be proud of. You're a weirdo. Hey, is that really how you respond to someone complimenting you? How rude. Hey, you don't have to pout like that. I'm just joking. Well, mostly. You used to be so cute. What the hell happened to you? Why are you staring at me like that? It's creepy. Staring? I'm not staring. I'm perfectly normal. Sure. Whatever you say. My facial expression can't be that obvious, can it? By the way, Aniki, can I ask you a question? It's kind of personal. I don't see why not. What is it? So, I know you don't exactly have the best track record with dating, but how do you let someone know you like them? What? You mean you have to tell a friend you like them, right? Like a friend in a friend sort of way, right? You know that's not what I mean. But you're my little brother. You can't be having these kind of feelings, these kind of thoughts already. I'm not ready to have that talk. The talk? Well, you know, when you start getting a bit older and go through puberty, you start finding yourself having these urges. Sometimes your penis might even... Stop. I don't need to hear all of that stuff from you. I already know about that. You do? Yes, we live in the age of the internet. Besides, we have sex ed in school. You're using the internet to look up that kind of stuff? Who doesn't? That's what you got from that. Give me a break. Okay, I don't know how to handle all this. I just want to know how to tell a girl that I like her. I don't need all this extra stuff. Ew, you like a girl? You just do. That's not helpful at all. I was more looking for, I don't know, something sweet and cute that I could do to let her know that I think of her that way. We talk pretty often, but I think she sees me as just her friend. I don't think she realizes how I feel. Look, Aki, grand gestures are cute and all, but that's a thing for movies and romantic fiction. That sort of thing rarely ever works in the real world. Really? I'm afraid so, buddy. Sometimes you just have to muster the courage to spit it out. And just make sure you do it in a way that she doesn't feel pressured or uncomfortable. That's a lot harder and scarier than I thought it'd be. Maybe I should just forget about it. Honestly, I wish you would. Yes, it might be horrible for me to say so, but I really don't want to I really don't want you to be dating already. Oh, please stay small and cute and innocent for a little while longer. Thank you for trying to help, at least. Yeah, sorry I couldn't be more help. That's a lie. I'm not the least bit sorry. Anyway, I'm gonna go get ready. I'm leaving in an hour. I need to shower. Sure. Did you get Mom's permission before she left? No. Feel free to do so in my place if you want. Hey, that's not how things work here. If you don't have permission, then I can keep you from going. The threat would be much scarier if you didn't have that same bluff tone at tones of times before. That same bluff tones. Okay, I swear, no one takes me seriously around here. A few hours later, okay. Eventually, I've taken a seat on the couch and waiting for some kind of response. Now that Aki is gone, I'm all by myself. I have nothing distracting me from worrying about the lack of messages from Shoichi. He usually messages me every day, even more so after we started dating. I'm not used to him going this long without answering me. God, I need a hobby. Coming. Oh, he's just ahead. Why is someone knocking on our door all of a sudden? Was someone supposed to come over today? I don't really remember. There's another knock on the door, and this time I respond a little less patient. Yeah, I'm coming. Calm down. I unlock the door, sliding it open to see who was knocking on the door. I see a tall husky staring down at me with a goofy smile on his face. Shoichi?
Good afternoon. Sorry to just drop by without a word.
No, that's all right. Come on in. Shoichi walks along with me, putting a hand on my head and lightly petting me as we make our way to the living room.
Wow, the house is really quiet. Is no one else home?
Nah, turns out Aki's scheduled to spend the night at a friend's house, and they're gonna be doing a movie marathon or something.
Oh, that sounds like fun. We should do one of our own.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. He's acting so casual. Even though he's left me worrying, he's acting like nothing is happening. Maybe I'm just being unreasonable, but it's not like Shoichi to be like this. He usually always apologizes whenever he goes long without contact. He knows I'm prone to worrying, and he's always been mindful of it. I don't want someone I care about just going away suddenly again. If you don't mind me asking, though, I was a bit worried about you. How come you didn't message me after the festival?
Oh, that's not a big deal.
Are you sure? Your face doesn't look like it's not a big deal.
I just had some problems. Nothing major.
It's always major with you, come on. Oh, I'm already familiar with this game. There is zero chance I'm going to hear that, and we'll just drop it. What happened?
Can't you just let it go? It's nothing important.
Are we really going to start our relationship by keeping secrets from each other? That kind of hurts.
Now you're just playing dirty.
I'm not gonna lie. I totally stole that line from a random TV show. I just want you to be honest with me, that's all. If it's really isn't a big deal, then there should be no reason not to tell me.
Fine. So, I didn't tell you this before, but after the volleyball finals, I got scouted again.
Oh, Saya already told me about this. I'll just act like nothing's happened, and I'll let him tell me the full story.
The, Ikota, Panthers.
Huh, the biggest team in the country? Let me guess, you're gonna say no?
I expected you to have more of a reaction.
Oh, sorry, let me try again. Wow, the Panthers? No way. When was this? What did you tell them? Shuichi stares at me with a dissatisfied look on his face, clearly annoyed at my reaction.
I take back what I said. I preferred the earlier reaction.
You get what you asked for. Now please, continue the story.
Yeah, sure thing. Anyway, like I was saying, I got scouted by the Panthers, and, well, I guess I didn't really give them an answer then. I still had what you said to me in my mind, I guess. I couldn't bring myself to say no.
I still mean it. I have to admit, I'm happy that you were considering it. I don't want you to, have to give up on your dreams. I want you to be honest with yourself about what you want.
It's not that easy. You have an entire support system built around encouraging you to chase after your dreams of going pro. I don't have that. You shouldn't feel bad about it, though. It's not like it's your fault. Either way, the real issue is my dad. The scouts showed up yesterday morning while I was still asleep, so Dad was the one that saw them. I hadn't told him about them showing up. I usually always tell him when I turn down an offer because it makes him really happy. But since I didn't turn it down, I thought I'd just keep it excuse me. I thought I'd just keep it quiet. He wasn't happy about it.
What? He can't be that unreasonable, can he? Shuichi merely stares at me with a sad smile on his face, as if he didn't want to say anything about his father, but at the same time, not being able to bring himself to disagree with me. I feel a tightness in my chest when he looks at me like that. What happened?
Well, he was pretty mad. Said he couldn't believe I was hiding things from him. That he thought he raised me better than that. Isn't that ridiculous? He throws such a fuss over such a small thing.
I don't understand. Up until last week, I thought you weren't pursuing volleyball because you didn't want to. Now that I know it's because of your dad, it makes even less sense to me. Why would he be so against it?
It's not a nice thing to say.
What isn't? Shuichi smiles mournfully. By now, it's already become easy for me to spot when he's hiding his true feelings from me. It's so weird. His smile of his, he used to be so good at deceiving me before. Why is it that now I can see how fake it is so easily?
He doesn't like athletes. Says they are overpaid circus clowns, among other things that aren't nearly as nice. He hates the idea of me pursuing sports as a career. Says I'll end up as a, drug addict when the fame went to my head. Can you believe he'd say something like that to his own son?
What? That's ridiculous. Professional athletes are very well-respected members of society. There's nothing wrong with being an athlete.
Yeah.
Not only that, it's not like the athletes themselves decide how much they get paid. Payment depends on how much money they make from their sponsorships and teams. There's no conspiracy to overpay them or anything.
Yeah.
And he's known me for 12 years now. He knows I've always wanted to go pro. So does that mean he also thinks I'm going to be some future drug addict with no future?
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say to that. I can't believe Takahiko-san could hold such bad opinions of me and other athletes in general. And Shuichi was forced to grow up listening to this his whole life while secretly dreaming of going pro himself. That's just too cruel.
He said that, since I was hiding it from him, that must have meant I was considering it. I tried to deny it, but I guess he saw right through me. I'm not very good at lying.
So he tore into you for considering going pro. I want to say it's ridiculous. I want to scream how awful it is. I want to call Takahiko-san every name in the book. But I know that, even if Shuichi is upset over this, if I did that, I would only end up hurting Shuichi even more.
It's strange. I had been feeling kinda confident in myself, thanks to you. But all of it is just gone now. I feel just as useless as I did before.
You're not useless. Don't you know, just how many people rely on you? No one would do that if you were useless.
No, I'm not too sure. I'm not so sure.
He looks so utterly defeated. What can I even say to him when he's like this? Look, your dad doesn't know what he's saying. There's no point even listening to him anymore.
It's not that easy, you. He's my father.
So what? He's already proven himself to be a biased jerk who doesn't care about tearing you down for having different plans for your future than he does.
He just wants what's best for me.
You can't seriously be trying to justify him. If he wants what was best for you, then he wouldn't say such hurtful things to you.
He had to. I'm a real big idiot, so it was the only way he could get me to listen.
Shoichi, stop trying to cover for him.
You don't get it. Stop trying to stick your damn nose where it doesn't belong.
We both seem to be equally shocked. Shuichi just raised his voice to me. I never thought I'd see the day where something like that would happen. As soon as he realized it, all the fight drained out of his body, and he took a few steps back, slumping onto the nearby couch.
Sorry.
Shuichi mutters a weak apology, his voice incredibly soft and meek. I walk up to him, taking a seat next to right at his side, and wrapping an arm around his waist. It's okay. No harm done. I wonder if I really meant that.
You know, I've always hated that about you.
What? I pulled away, shocked at these sudden words. Shuichi hates me. I'm very confused now.
You're always so disgustingly confident and positive. You try to put everyone up to their standards without stopping to think that maybe not everyone has as easy a time as you.
What do you mean?
You know, I really used to hate the word genius when I was younger. I thought it was nothing more than a way for people to dismiss others' hard work and make themselves feel better about it. But growing up next to you was hard. Sure, I saw how hard you worked to reach your objective, but I never slacked off either, not once. I kept working harder and harder, because if I slacked off for even a second, I'd get left behind. I kept working hard until I felt like I was drowning, and I could barely remember what I was working so hard for. But even then, you were always so far ahead of me it hurt. Even now, when you're barely putting in any effort, I can barely manage to match you, despite doing my best. I really grew to hate how you could be so positive about everything when you were so incredibly blessed in everything. Academics, sports, you name it. It took me years of constant effort to get where I am, and yet I got to watch you you are doing just as well, if not better, while consistently skipping class, slacking off, and just taking it easy. It sucks you. I feel like at any time you could leave me behind and I'd have nothing left. It keeps me up at night thinking about it sometimes because the thought is just so scary. Even when I wanted to cry from frustration, you were the only thing keeping me grounded all these years. The thought that you might one day leave me behind because I can't catch up is terrifying.
I think I'll end the part here, you know. It's 25 minutes. Yeah. We'll end the part here. I'll see you around, everyone.